Hello, hello. Gonna be trying something new today. I'm gonna be taking the I guess the best game from the weekend. I didn't play much, but best game from the weekend. I'm gonna do some commentary over it and talk about it from, I suppose, I don't know, tactical side. Not sound like a dick, but yeah, a decision making side. Go through why we make certain calls, why we make certain decisions, what we're thinking at a certain point. What I found out about Crossout is it's not so much your aim or your movement that's the biggest decider. It's more to do with your decision making, how you how you react to the situation, making the right calls at the right times. That's what separates the good players from the very good players. Is just making the correct decision and seeing the map itself and seeing the game itself, knowing what to do. So that's the plan today. I'm gonna pause the game at certain points and just talk about it in various parts and why we make certain choices, and hopefully, yeah, people can learn from it and whatnot. Because that's probably the thing I love about this game is that if you're smart. Cheers. Well, 30 seconds into the round, we've gone through a plan. And Nick is going to spread out on the far left. I'm going to cover the middle because I'm the mastodon and the tank is one. Whereas Vega's going to go to the right, but he's going to hang back a bit and just take the angles and play it safe. Because if you go right and you get caught out on, there's a bit of no man's land on the right where you can get caught up pretty well. So he doesn't extend too far. We're just taking the angles. Mo in Firebug, he's just hanging around the mid. And at this point, we're coming into our first problem in the map is me and Nick have pushed up on the left, but we've forgotten about the angle that Durhun does at the moment, which is kind of annoying for me because he can't be pressured from our right. But on the other hand, he's got very good angles on me and Nick. So what we do is we call out to Vega, can you please push up on the right more, just enough to keep Durhun busy. We don't necessarily want him to fight Durhun, but we kind of want him next to Durhun because he's relatively on his own. The rest of the NEGR's players are kind of far back. Right now, Nick is on my left. Mo has actually gone behind them. So if you look on the map, they're essentially surrounded. And we've got a lot of good angles. Vega's pushing up on the right, and he's going to keep the hunt busy. So the NGR Reaper, since I'm in a good spot, has decided to push me, which is actually a good decision, because it does damage me, but most importantly, it keeps me busy. I can't heat for my other kaijus. Also, I noticed the map that the NEGR players are behind me and to my left mostly, so I show my back and I turn to my right. But it's important to look at the map in these scenarios so that I wasn't showing my arse to most of the NEGR team. I was anyway, since the firework gone in, it has turned into quite a clusterfuck. But if you notice, Nick gave me whatever cover he could, but he realised that it wasn't the most important fight. He actually went to get shots onto the other kaijus and the other players. Since Mo was going in and causing much distraction, it was very important for our spider players to capitalize on that distraction. And I've only got one gun with a Mastodon at the moment, but that's not the biggest problem because I can still heat, and that's the most important thing with a Mastodon. At this point, I'm just keeping my gun busy. Keeping my gun healthy, hiding from the hunt, making sure I don't get killed, and just trying to heat for hopefully Vega and Nick to finish him.
Keep our gun healthy, man. Try to keep our gun healthy.
Yeah, the shot from Nikita's kaiju actually kind of surprised me because I thought he was fucked. I thought he was stripped. And then, if you notice, I actually paused for a second, and that's what gun takes my gun because I was surprised that Nikita still had his. Anyway, at this point, since I was still almost, well, I wasn't still alive, I was almost dead, I decided the best thing to do would just be to cap out. There's only 2 minutes left on the clock, and kaiju fights are very slow, as you can imagine, because of the spiders and the position, the bubbles, and all that crap. So I could have drove into the hunt, but I thought the smart play was to just go to base and get a cap going.
Vegas pushing, Vegas pushing. Nice, very nice.
He's stuck. No, he's out.
Bro, I don't care. It's 1:30. I'm playing this safe. Like, just run away from him. We're capping it. I'm 200 HP at all. I don't want to choke this. Like, just hold him. It's like, I don't know. It's a shooter.
I'm just pushing.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, a bit more aggression next round, Dave.
We're spinning in circles here. No, fuck you, got me.
No.
It's alright, it's alright. He needs to get back all the way to me, kill me, and he needs to go all the way back to kill me, so.
He's looking. He's going back to Lewis.
Yeah, it's all good.
I think he can make it.
Yeah.
He can't. He can't.
Doesn't matter. I'm on the complete opposite side of the map as well. Like,
That was kind of tough.
Yeah, it's fucking. No.
Maybe not.
No.
Oh, what a joke.
That's pretty close. Yeah.
Luckily, Nick decided to run away early and just play smart and take the win. So at this point, Dunn can't make it over to us. Anyway, even if he did, he's got a barrier and a cloak. So the round is all but done, but it was important that we realised when to run.
Yeah, in the right side. Yeah, there is. Yeah, in the middle.
Crowd. Pick. No.
Since I was mostly confident they would turn into a spider fight against NEGR, I decided to go with the Goliaths. Goliaths are very good up against
Guys, we have
Kaijus as well as Reapers, obviously, because
Yeah, man, I mean,
protection in
you'll
the
keep the
front, but also you can
fucking
shield your
busy,
guns using the
like
Goliaths
that's free
themselves.
push.
So
That's 3 spiders push just to keep them busy. So Mo can go in.
since I decided to go with the free Kaijus this round, my initial first reaction was to just brute force it using the firebug. Essentially, as 3 spiders push and take the hits, and then the firebug would jump on one of them. At that point, the spiders would be forced to shoot at Mo, and we would get a lot of damage in with the spiders. Nick decided to let the round play out a bit more and see what they did with in terms of positioning, because the same thing sort of applied to the first round, so that if we have the firebug, they kind of have to stay together.
There's one cloak on left.
Whereas we can spread out a bit more and take the angles. So that's a good point from Nick. That's eventually what we ended up doing, was just spreading out and seeing what they did. So as you can see now, NEGR, instead of the first round where they decided to take control of the one side of the map, they realized that we had too many good angles on the left and the mid. They decided to split up. We've got
We could push these two
a
on the right.
Reaper and a
There's
Kaiju
Reapers
on the left, and we've got 2 of their Kaijus
All
on
of
the
us
right.
all of us
So we noticed that we're
Hey,
going to
can
do a
you push on
lot
the left or just
better
keep 'em busy?
pushing the 2 Kaijus on the right than we are the Reaper and Kaiju on the left. We are going to push and try to overload these 2 on our right. Whereas Vega, we just want him to essentially push the guys on the left and keep them busy. Even if Vega ended up messing up and dying to these 2 guys on the left, it wouldn't matter because we would kill 2 of their guys for 1 of ours. As you can see, as soon as Mo goes in on one of their Kaijus, he's essentially guaranteed to kill that Kaiju. But not only that, their spiders now have to shoot at Mo.
Yeah, I got all the mic.
In which case, me and Nick, we're just getting 3 shots into Bagadurn. Luckily, our plan has already worked though. Mo managed to kill the Kaiju that he initially went on. They killed Mo in return, but Vega and Nick got really good damage into their Kaijus while they were killing Mo. So it's a net gain for us. Me and the Reaper have essentially been taken out of this fight, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to fuck each other up. The fact is, in terms of the overall plan, we have done more damage to them because Mo went in than they have to us. So it's a net gain.
Aye, thank
At this point, the game is already won, essentially. We're just playing mop-up. So yeah, pretty close game overall, very good game. First round was very close. Second round, the plan worked rather well for the most part. Actually worked for us, and nothing went wrong. Yeah. Yeah, sadly, the best game of the weekend today is versus NGR, because we didn't actually have the chance to play. Knocker, for some reason, I think we were like 30 points behind Knocker at the start of the day. We played for 3 hours. Knocker played for, I'd say, around 2 of those 3 hours. And we didn't match make against them once, even though we were 10 points behind, 10 points away from each other for like a lot of it. And every other team was around 200 points below us.
Way longer than I thought.
Yet we didn't match make against Knocker for a good 2 hours while we were both playing, which made no sense. So we literally lost a week this week, not because anyone beat us, but because we didn't play enough, which was just infuriating. So yeah, normally the best matches of the week are versus Knocker because they're the best team besides us at the moment. There's still plenty of very good other teams in the game, but it tends to be between us and Knocker at the moment. But we didn't get to play them, sadly, so this is going to be the game for today. Yeah, a rather solid performance weekend. We didn't end up playing as much. Like I said earlier, we lost this week because we didn't play, which is just shit. It really fucks with you. I would rather play and get my ass handed to me and finish second place than I would lose a week because we didn't get enough fucking games in. But yeah, that's a different story. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed listening to me fucking ramble about pointless shit. But yeah, cheers. Nick, what kite? Oh, sorry. What mastodon build are you going to run against Knocker?
I only have a hardened track right now.
Okay.
Don't know. Like, I'd rather have a. I don't know. Would be better with the Goliath.
Vega, what do you have on the Bastion Kaiju? Is it cloak? Doppler?
Yeah, that.
Engine? Okay.
Yeah, and the Colossus.
Is that needed? Is that too important?
Yeah, it's really good.
Because I was thinking like maybe against Knocker you could swap it for a Verifier. But I don't know like with the build if it's easy or not.
2.5 tons, which, no, 1.5, which you need to put off. It's kinda meh.
And it's ready.
Then one of you online.
No, I don't think I am. Can you check my profile? But I don't think I am.
I haven't seen it.
Mo? I don't know if Mo is even here.
Oh, I'm in.
Okay, fucking answer me then, man. Are you online or offline or?
Offline. Well, I think, yeah, I'm offline now.
Come on, Knocker, please.